in 2017, more than 1,700 people died in the state of Tennessee from drug overdoses. It's a deadly epidemic that's catching the attention of lawmakers, doctors, and family members now mourning their loved ones.
But on the front lines are the men and women of law enforcement, often the first people to identify the signs and try to save a life.
Tonight, our special 8-week series on opioids continues. Aaron Farrar takes us to one small town in our area who says the fight against opioids is now seeping into their community as they struggle for the manpower to fight it.
They checked for a pulse. No pulse was there.
An early morning call for Athens police officer Bo Swafford inside the Athens Lodge.
No amount of training would really prepare you for something like that.
First responders found a man on the bathroom floor. They feared an overdose. First responders worked hard to revive that man, but this is what saved his life. Narcan nasal spray was used, and about 3 minutes later, that man regained consciousness.
I was just grateful we were able to bring him back.
One life saved, but that may not be the outcome every time in the small city of 14,000.
We've been saying for probably the last year and a half that it's on our doorstep.
And now, the opioid crisis has come in. Athens Police Chief Cliff Couch says his officers have been called out to nearly a dozen overdoses so far this year.
Some people are just suffering the consequences of their actions. But by the same token, there's a lot of people out there that probably really want to get some help.
We're seeing a lot more heroin in the area, and we're doing everything that we can to combat that.
Like more officers hitting the streets to crack down on drug dealing. Athens PD also became a member of the 10th Judicial Drug Task Force and added a pair of canine officers within the last 2 years. But Couch thinks that's not enough.
The reality is this isn't a police department problem, it's a community problem.
There's a call for more resources. 32 officers are on the beat right now in Athens. Chief Couch says he needs 6 more to be even more effective. And those addicted need additional options to kick their habits.
I hate to see people struggling with these drug addictions and having these problems.
We can't change the world, but we can hopefully change our own community and make it as less affected by that national epidemic as possible.
Reporting in Athens, I'm Aaron Farrar, News Channel 9.
The Athens Police Department is stepping up on sweeping drugs out of the city. Drug-related arrests have consistently increased over the last 3 years. Officers took 176 people into custody in 2016. 2 years later, that number jumped to 247, and as of July of this year, they've already arrested nearly 260 people on drug charges.